The Sydney Sweeney situation is only getting worse. Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be talking about Sydney Sweeney because this woman's the talk of the internet right now for all of the wrong reasons, arguably. We're going to talk about the crazy product that she's just released that has got the entire internet kind of hating her right now. And I'm just going to give my opinion on it. But before we get onto that, I want to talk about who Sydney Sweeney is for people that don't know. I'd say she's one of the most famous actresses slash celebrities right now. She's like hugely successful. I first came across her when she was in Euphoria, which was like a huge show about American students kind of growing up in America. She was definitely one of the most talked about people to come out of that show. And since then, she's went on to do loads of successful movies and TV shows such as Eden, Immaculate, Handmaid's Tale, White Lotus. She also did a movie called Anyone But You, which she received a little bit of flack for because apparently she was very close with her co-star Glenn Powell, and because of this she actually split up with her fiance. It is rumoured that this movie was a huge reason why that happened, but obviously that's kind of just hearsay. I guess no one really knows for definite, but they were very close outside of work with that movie. It would probably spring alarm bells in your head if you were Sydney Sweeney's fiance at the time. However, Sydney Sweeney has actually denied that anything was going on between the two. It's been a consistent theme throughout Sydney Sweeney's rise to fame that she's constantly had to kind of respond to negative things about her. Ever since she first rose to fame, she's been objectified mainly because of her body, and she says that she obviously doesn't really like this. I kind of just have to take it day by day and just keep being myself. People feel connected and free to be able to speak about me in whatever way they want because they believe that I've signed my life away. She said that I'm not on a human level anymore because I'm an actor. Now, we've talked about this in various videos. When people become really big, it's almost like people forget that they're actually a human being first. And yes, she has all of this success, and yes, she has all of this fame, and that's amazing and provides her with a really good life, but it still doesn't take away how hurtful these comments are about her. She did upload a post to Instagram recently where she basically had had enough of people commenting on her body. Like, these are going so quick, but they're just so horrible. Bro, how can you call, like, anyone, right, Butterface? But how could you call someone like Sydney Sweeney Butterface? I want to see what you look like. Okay, show your face if you're so confident saying that about someone else on the internet. My jaw ain't dropping. Okay, angry white guy, because we value your opinion. Her arms and belly are flabby. Her public hair shows stubble. Her roots need to be fixed. Her booty is not firm. No. Like, imagine having all of these specific comments about you right now. Just imagine someone was making this about you. You'd be absolutely, like, distraught. It would ruin your confidence. This video then ended with Sydney Sweeney, like, showing herself in the gym. Like, I guess she was trying to, like, kind of show that she doesn't care about these comments. Now, although this is pretty cool, right? She's like kind of combating the haters here, being like, look, I look great here and I'm training. Like, I don't even look like, you know, arguably best here and I still look good. But what this really said to me was clearly these comments affect her, and clearly she kind of wants to disprove them in a way. Like, she's trying to prove herself when she doesn't need to. And around the time she posted this video, I'd say that most of her audience was predominantly women. Like, women like looked up to her. Women kind of felt bad for her because of all of this that she was going through, and especially the TV shows and movies she'd appeared in. I'd say they would have more of a predominantly women audience than man. What I'm trying to say is, at this point, Sydney Sweeney was for the girlies, okay? That's what I'm trying to get at. However, shortly after this period, there was a clear distinction where Sydney Sweeney decided to target her entire image and her brand more towards, like, the male gaze, I'd say, rather than overall targeting her brand towards women, which she had in the past. The start of this, I'd say, is definitely when she collabed with a company called Dr. Squatch, which is basically like a hygiene company in America that has their products targeted towards men. You may have seen these adverts on telly before. We often get like 1 or 2 in the UK, but it's predominantly in America. They normally do quite funny adverts with celebrities.
Hello, you soft little baby. Still crying because your skin is drying? Well, it's okay to cry. Your cheap body soap is turning your outer layer into a punching bag. But I had enough of this pigeon puff.
How have they managed to convince Mike Tyson to do this advert in an ice bath? Like, what is going on here? Oh wait, I think the ice isn't actually moving, so I think it's an illusion here. I think he's actually in a normal bath, but they've got the ice on top. I thought, right, that would have been an extra couple of million on top of the advert fee here. They normally have male celebrities doing their adverts. I don't believe that they've ever worked with a girl before for Sydney Sweeney. 8 months ago was when she first established this partnership, and the adverts were very targeted towards men, obviously with the brand of Dr. Squatch. This caused huge controversy at the time.
Hello, you dirty little boys. Are you interested in my body?
Sorry, is this, like, wait, am I watching this on YouTube? What's going on here? Where are we going from this point, love? There's a little bit of a switch up. I would say what happened to the Cassie we all know and love. However, she was, you know, a little bit controversial in that show as well. Obviously, straight away, you could tell this is targeted towards men. Like, dirty little boys. That is, you know, like, imagine watching this advert with your parents as a younger person. You'd be like, where, I don't know where to bloody look. At the time, is I'm going to go upstairs, ma'am. Someone's called or something.
Are you interested in my body? Wash? Well, you can't have it. Because this isn't for boys, it's for men. And real men don't use cheap commercial body washes labeled by the FDA as a synthetic cleanser. But this is Dr. Squatch Natural Body Wash.
Does this marketing work? You know, later in this video, you're going to see how, you know, it definitely does. But who looks at Sydney Sweeney selling a body wash and goes, oh yeah, like that's what I need to use to clean me? Where's the thought process here where this validates buying it in your mind? Oh, well, Sydney Sweeney said I should use it, so I've got to use it now. Then Sydney Sweeney's going to fancy it, isn't she?
So go to drsquatch.com today and quit being a dirty little boy.
Oh, no, she said it again, man. First time, right, once and only, that was fine, love. We got the picture. You didn't need to end on it as well. Right, what's the cyclical nature of this thing trying to tell us? Now, when this dropped, all of the comments were basically saying the same thing. Didn't she come out recently complaining about getting objectified? Seriously, Sydney, you don't have the moral high ground after starring in an ad like this. Now, although a lot of people agreed with this point, I still don't think because she's doing a satire advert like this gives you the right to call her like chubby or whatever the hell you want to call her. This doesn't give you a free pass. Like all the comments here, all right men, we're all switching to Dr. Squatch. Are we? Sorry, who made you the spokesperson for men? Nova Smoke. I'm not following you into this battle. I'll just stick with the Radox, thank you very much. I don't want to risk the chance of us itching. Not that I would itch because of Sydney Sweeney's. I just have a skin condition. Anyway, too much information. Old school ads are back on the menu, boys. Nature is healing. This reminds me of, like, you know, those old adverts they used to do in the war where they'd get, like, you know, a conventionally attractive woman to, like, persuade men to go and fight for their country. This is the vibe this guy's comment is giving off. And after this prolonged advert, they then did a series of other ones. Sydney Sweeney.
Let's face it, guys only want one thing.
Wish I had something natural instead of this synthetic body wash. Sydney Sweeney, body wash genie?
Dr. Squatch Natural Body Wash for men.
Like, realistically, is that the reaction you're gonna have when Sydney Sweeney comes in your house, like, in this manner? Like, if I'm looking at me body wash and going, oh, I don't know why Chloe's bought this one looks a bit naff, and Sydney Sweeney just appears and, like, zaps us and changes it, I'm probably gonna have a few questions. I'm not just gonna be like, oh my god, Sydney Sweeney? What the hell? I'm gonna be like, get out me house, love. Like, who? I don't know you. I've got a girlfriend. F off.
At the end of the day, they just want to crack open a natural one with the boys.
Sydney Sweeney, body wash genie.
Dr. Squatch Body Wash for men who prefer natural.
I love how, like, overly dramatic American adverts are. There is some like this in the UK, but it's just funny, like, the acting in American ones. It's just so different. Sydney Sweeney, body wash genie.
Ladies, we just want one thing, and that's natural body wash for our guys, of course. With scents like pine tar, wood barrel bourbon, coconut cotton.
Look at the green screen here, man. They haven't even, like, filtered out the edges. They've spent all the budget on getting Sydney Sweeney in for this. They can't even, like, feather out the edges of this guy's hair.
Fresh falls.
You're cheating on me with Sydney Sweeney.
No, babe, she's a body wash genie. It's Dr. Squatch, natural body wash for men.
Yeah, I feel like your girlfriend's got the right idea there, fella. I don't think, you know, that's the greatest kind of excuse for Sydney Sweeney being in your bathroom whilst you're naked. Oh no, she's just trying to sell us some shower gel, love. Get out and take Sydney with you.
Sydney Sweeney, body wash genie?
What's your wish? It could be anything.
Coconuts.
Sydney Sweeney, get down!
Dr. Squatch Body Wash for men.
I can't tell if this brand are taking the out of people that would buy these products that Sydney Sweeney is marketing. That's what I feel like it's kind of showing us here, like just very subtly. They're kind of showing that the people that would buy these products are just kind of strange men. And it's funny how there's always a girlfriend in every single one of the adverts. Like all of the guys have a current girlfriend, but when Sydney Sweeney comes in, it's like they drop everything for her. And I know I'm deep in this advert here, but the response this has had from a lot of girls is like the way that Sydney Sweeney is like switching her brand image here. It's almost like, you know, it's just not for the girlies anymore. She's like stealing your men with this prosperous shower gel. I don't even know what prosperous means. Hopefully it fits in the right context here. And clearly this partnership was doing really well for Dr. Squatch because they kind of centered their entire brand around Sydney. Like this is the website right now. It's just Sydney Sweeney as big as she can be with all of the products that apparently are her favourites. I don't know how they are her favourites when it's all targeted towards men. I guarantee Sydney Sweeney does not use any of these products. You could put like a 5-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, body wash on here, call it Sydney Sweeney's favourites. I guarantee she's never even seen that bottle. Not a chance she's using a 5-in-1. Because this collab was so successful for Dr. Squatch, recently, 8 months later, they've actually brought Sydney back in to do another promotion with them. However, this time, they've stepped it up 100 times. They've partnered up with Sydney, and Sydney has made her own product with them, and you won't believe what it is. Sydney Sweeney is selling soap that contains her actual bathwater. Sorry? That can't. So I'll just read that again. Sydney Sweeney is selling soap, alright? Yeah, I thought it said bathwater. Yeah, I thought it said that. I'm not going crazy. What, love? Why are you doing this? Who do you think you are? Belle Delphine? Why are you selling your bathwater, love? There's gonna be American men walking to Targets, walking miles, just to get a little tinge of this water and walk home with it. Sydney Sweeney fans can now lather up with the actor's bathwater in a limited edition soap made by men's natural body wash brand, Dr. Squatch. First up, is there really men that want to do this? Like, who is going to buy this? Seriously, like, what is the reason that you are buying Sydney Sweeney's bathwater? You're not gonna wash with it, are you? Really? Like, for the price of it, compared to other products that you can get a lot more value for money out of, are you really going to buy Sydney Sweeney's? No. It's gonna be creepy men buying it for ulterior motives. We all know it. I'm just the one that's brave enough to say it. Sydney Sweeney announced this on her Instagram with the caption, "You kept asking about my bathwater after the Dr. Squatch ad, so we kept it." Did you, love? Did you? That's nice of you. Cheers for that one. Oh, we kept it. What, from 8 months ago? I mean, you know, another person's bathwater, even if it's fresh, is still disgusting. But 8 months ago, surely it's gone off. Can water gone off? I don't know if they've kept it in the freezer or not. I don't know. Well, then it'll just turn into an ice cube. Anyway, I'm losing my mind here. I'm trying to explain something you can't. I wonder if that's actually going to be another byproduct they make. Just Sydney Sweeney's bathwater ice cubes you can put into your drink. I'm giving them ideas here. Now, later in this video, we're actually going to talk about how Sydney Sweeney has actually done a U-turn on all of this. However, before we get into that, we need to have a look at the promo for this. So, Dr. Squatch described the product as perfect combination of the two best places on the planet, the outdoors and Sydney Sweeney's bathtub, made with sand, sea salt and shea butter. Sweeney's bathwater is listed as the narrative element on the ingredients list, which calls it one of nature's finds. I can't pronounce that word. Like, obviously this product is not going to be bought by any women, I don't think. It's mainly going to be creepy men, and this is just such a strange kind of, you know, direction for Sydney to go in. Yes, she's probably made so much money off this, and it's going to make her financially free even more. But what does this say about your brand going forward? Are you just going to continually kind of focus on the men that have kind of objectified you this entire time? Because it almost looks like she's just kind of, I guess, taking advantage of them men now, rather than like kind of combating them. Let's have a look at some of the adverts for this. So all of these videos are from the actual Dr. Squatch account.
You guys only want one thing.
And that's apparently Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. You asked for it, so you know what we did? Our team and Sydney kept her bathwater from this bath and made soap with it, with Sydney's permission. Sydney's bathwater bliss. This is not a prank. Her bathwater is in every brick, and it smells incredible. We did this to help you wake up and pay attention to the ingredients in your soap. There's never been a better time to switch to natural soap. Hit that link in the bio and get yourself your very own limited brick. Let's go!
2 secs, guys, I need a minute. Can you imagine you go over to a guy's house for the first time, right? Already you're kind of shocked because he's got 5-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, body wash, whatever. And then you look to your left and you see, oh, he's also got Sydney Sweeney's bathwater. So instantly, that's got to be a couple of red flags right there. Instantly, I feel like that's a block and never speak to again. Just leave. You don't need to have a wash here. You're going to be actually dirtier when you come out the shower than before you went in.
Hello, you dirty little boys.
they're definitely just taking advantage of these men. Like, they haven't even like filmed like a new advert for it. They've just used the old footage and then just made a product out of it like 8 months later. They haven't even put any more money into this. They're just taking the piss here. I feel like they're trying to be quirky with this and kind of like make people realize they know it's stupid, but I don't feel like it's coming off with the right vibe. I think it's just coming off as just weird. Like, it's just strange. Like, it's not funny. It's just a little bit like, what are you doing here? Here's some more details about the product. So when you get the actual box of it has like a letter of a certificate of authenticity, should I say, where they tell you what number of the 5,000 bars they've released that you have got. But is there going to be people selling like fake soap bars of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater? So if you don't have the certificate, you're not legit? Like, do we really need the certificate here? Are people going to frame this? I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, actually, your Sydney Sweeney water is not verified by the actual company. You don't have the certificate. And also, something we just haven't discussed is like, if this was Sydney Sweeney's bathwater infused in soap, surely that's like counterproductive, right? Like, the whole idea of soap is to, you know, clean yourself, is to take, you know, germs off you. If it's got someone else's germs in, surely that's not going to make you cleaner. Do you know what I'm saying here? I know that buying Sydney Sweeney soap, the whole idea of it is not to clean yourself. I know this. But what I'm saying is it's just frazzling me mind, because that's the job of what soap is. So it doesn't even check the first box here. Your job's soap. You're meant to clean people, not make them dirtier. Bloody hell, man. Now, for the normal people watching this, you might be like, oh, well, this is fine, Cam, you know, she's selling it, but clearly people aren't going to buy this. Well, like I said, 5,000 bricks went on sale, and within seconds, the website had crashed, and they'd sold out. Seconds. Within seconds. Which is arguably a lot longer than probably a lot of them lads last. Got him. I'm probably the same if I'm not lying. I just can't believe that this actually sold out anyway, but sold out in seconds. It's almost like it's some sort of like North Face type Supreme drop. What are we talking about here? Because the website crashed, a lot of people that were in the pre-queue to get into having a chance to buy the soap were complaining online that they didn't even get the chance to like buy it because their place in the queue was kind of like just thrown up in the air because of the website crash, which is just so hilarious that people publicly went online to complain that they didn't have a chance to buy Sydney Sweeney soap. Like, imagine you're at work and you just check your fella's tweets and that's what he's tweeting about. You'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna do some overtime today, I'm not going home. I'm gonna reiterate the same message that I said in the recent Bonnie video we done. A lot of men also are angry at Sydney Sweeney for, you know, doing this product, saying that, you know, she's just being vile doing it, but she wouldn't do it if there wasn't an audience for it. So clearly, there's 5,000 men that were itching for this soap bar. The worst thing about this is there's people that will actually buy it. Now, the next bit of information I'm going to give you is alleged, right? Like, I can't confirm nor deny this because nobody, I believe, has actually received their soaps yet and done an unboxing because that's definitely going to happen. However, apparently a lot of people have said that the bars of soap actually have a hole in it. Sid. More Sid. Sydney, man. Sid. A hole as well. This cannot be. I'm hoping this is not true. Again, this is alleged, right? I'm not getting sued over this. But if this is true, this is just... You know, this is just... You're just taking the biscuit here, love. Imagine if you know, you're a guest at this person's house and you just don't know that this is a thing. You're like, oh, there's the soap. Oh, that hole looks a little bit like, you know, uneven. Yeah, there's a reason for that, right? Ask the host. It's just making us, like, cringe inside this, man. This is, I just can't believe Sydney's done this. I really can't. To be fair, I think it is interesting to mention that obviously this has been done before with Belle Delphine. She sold her Gamer Girl bathwater, and apparently it actually was a bathwater in that. I don't know whether that's true or not. But I remember a couple of years ago, she said on Louis Theroux's podcast that she actually made £90,000 from selling her bathwater. Like, how is there, like, an audience for this, man? It's also interesting to note that Jacob Elordi, who was Sydney Sweeney's co-star in Euphoria, actually had a candle made that apparently was infused with his bathwater. I don't know if people have seen the movie Saltburn. I actually watched this for the first time on my other channel if you want to watch it after this. Anyway, there's a scene in that where he basically does, you know, he pleasures himself in the bath, and then Barry Keoghan, his co-star, like he licks it up. this video is mental. Now, Jacob Elordi doesn't actually have any affiliation with this product at all. Like, it's not his bathwater that it's infused with. Thank the Lord, because his bathwater out of that movie would have been a lot worse. However, the reaction that this got was overwhelmingly positive. Like, even the way the articles wrote about it, it was like so nice, and it was like, people should go out and buy this. This is incredible. And I know it's a lot different to what Sydney Sweeney's doing, but I guarantee it's not actually Sydney Sweeney's bathwater in the product that she's advertising. Again, I know it's not a fair comparison, but it is interesting how the reactions are so different to this. Like, from what I've seen, nobody really called this candle disgusting. Now, moving on, Sydney has actually responded to all of the kind of backlash and kind of talked about why she wanted to do the product and just kind of done a few interviews just explaining everything.
To ask you about your Dr. Squatch. And everyone is talking about. Tell me about that partnership.
I think that it's more fun to see everybody else talk about it.
How did that creative concept come to be?
I pitched it.
She's clearly very uncomfortable talking about it there. Like, the way she looked down when it got brought up, and then, like, a manager, like, pulled her away as soon as that question got brought up. She said she's pitched it. A lot of people have said that actually she hasn't, but she's trying to take a little bit of flack off the brand for this. Again, it's all hearsay. We don't actually know the ins and outs here. One thing I will say, though, is it looks like she's kind of regretting, like, getting the bag here.
By the way, Sydney, congratulations on probably, I would say, one of the biggest launches of the year with Bathwater Bliss, selling out instantly today. I think it's getting more press than the Nintendo Switch too, by the way. So.
Did you get some?
No, I didn't, but I looked up, you know what's funny? It's like going for $800 on eBay now.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty good.
Like, she doesn't seem into it, you know what I mean? Like, she's trying to, like, kind of, you know, have a laugh with it, but I feel like it just makes her uncomfortable. I definitely feel like she regrets this. I can just see it in her face. Now, the interviewer mentioned there that people are reselling it, and I can't believe this is actually a thing. Like, when I went onto eBay, there's about 6 or 7 people trying to sell it for as much money as possible. And what's even worse is people have actually listed it on StockX. You know, the place where you buy, like, rare trainers or rare clothes? Why are people selling Sydney Sweeney's bathwater on there? For what reason? If I'm going on that website to have a little look at some Jordans, I don't want to see Sydney Sweeney's bathwater as the recommended product. Like, look how much it's getting listed for here. $725. $600. Oh, you get 4 with this one. Oh, well, I guess that's kind of a bargain if you get 4. Why would you need 4? Like, are you you're really going for it, aren't you? You know, you're not wasting any time with that. Also, this person definitely used bots to buy this much, because I think it was limited to, like, 1 person a product, which is even just sadder. Charging people for delivery as well, man. Come on, have some shame. Now, we are going to get into what, like, the perception from the public has been after this has been announced, but before that, I just want to talk about why Sydney Sweeney would actually do this. Like, I feel like the main reason is definitely got to be money. Like, she would have got a fat check for this. And I feel like just kind of analysing Sydney Sweeney's Instagram and just our social medias in general, she kind of does accept any brand deal at all. Like, she doesn't really have, like, a specific kind of niche of brands that she works with, like a lot of people her, like, level of fame. In the last few weeks, she's done, like, multiple ads for companies that, you know, it just doesn't, like, it doesn't make sense for a brand, I guess. They're just kind of random. She done one for some, like, strawberry water brand called Drink By, which I haven't heard of. I'm unsure if that's big in America. Also, is that not a competitor for her water? Like, why is she promoting the competitors here? She's also done one for, like, a hair care brand. Randomly, she did one just for Samsung Mobile, which is just out the blue. But what I'm trying to say is, I feel like she's just in her bag era. Like, I feel like any brand that comes to her and it's over a certain amount of money, she's like, yeah, I'll just do it. She's just kind of making as much money as possible. And realistically, you can't knock her for that because you don't know how long this career is going to last. So I can understand that from her point of view. But very clearly, she's not really asked about which direction a brand goes in as long as it's making her money. But the consequence of making more money and kind of alienating your previous audience who love and adored you is very clear to see. Like, the constant comment that is coming up in all of Sydney Sweeney's comment section is mostly from women saying, I miss when Sydney Sweeney's was for the girls. And you see this has got like over 100,000 likes. Like, that is a hell of a lot of likes for a comment I got on TikTok. Clearly, this is the overall vibe of a lot of people and how they're feeling. And it's not even a nasty comment, you know, it's just kind of an observation.
All the girls are talking about Sydney Sweeney selling, like, her bathwater for soap or whatever, but I just saw a video and someone did an unboxing of it, and there is a hole in the center of the bar of soap. We're joking. This isn't, like, setting women back 50 years. This is, like, setting women back 150 years. That's I'm at a loss.
I mean, it's not really for me to say whether it's setting women back. I feel like a lot more people in the comments will have a much better perspective on this than me. But please do let me know what you think. Like, do you think this is actually detrimental? So, if you're a woman, does this make you feel worse about things, or does it not really matter to you? Let me know. It just seems like the overall reaction to it is kind of negative, but it'll be interesting to hear what you think about it. It's interesting to see what the current update with this entire situation is from today, because I tried to find the original post today of Sydney Sweeney like announcing this product, and when you click the link, like I had to search all over for the actual link because I couldn't find it. When you click it, it just says sorry, this page isn't available, which means it's either been deleted or it's been archived. And this was on Sydney Sweeney's page, and if you go on her Instagram, like, you would never know that she sold her own bathwater. And just judging by how she speaks in interviews with it, very clearly it's my observation that she regrets doing this, and if she could go back, she probably would have missed the bag on this one. I just think this tells you all you need to know. Like, it's so recent that this is happening and the post is already deleted. Very interesting. Okay, I love these type of videos where I kind of break down an entire situation and just analyze like someone's conscious decisions in their kind of career. I find it so intriguing. So let me know if there's anyone else you'd want me to do this similar type of video with, any celebrities you like, because I love it. Okay, donuts. And if you want to watch another video from me, click this one here because it's very interesting. Right, I might be biased, but right, just fucking do it.
Kirkham, baby.